This will become the biggest, baddest slime there's ever been. We just gotta click on him enough times and buy him enough pretty upgrades like a better diet, plus 5 per second. And now we in fact don't need to touch him anymore at all, but we're still going to. Also, when you click on the purple things, he eats them and gets happy, so we get some kind of multiplier, so already we're off to the races. And lucky for us today, we have an FPS counter, so we can really try and make it hurt. And we even get a multiplier if we click fast enough, and since we have an auto clicker, we can definitely click fast enough. But he needs a better die like any good slime, so we're going to click that till it runs out of steam, and now he's making that much per second, 31. He ate another slime, it's 31, unless we have the multiplier, and then it goes up by 1.5, and then it's going to go up by 2 times. And we'll go ahead and throw that in his mouth. And a present falls from the sky, and does he put those in his mouth? I feel like everything ends in his mouth. Well, our next quest is to buy 15 upgrades, so we're going to buy soft clicks, 625 per second, and I think that's per click. So every click, $625. Oh, we already have a new slime. This one looks like a kitty cat, but purple. So that's kind of fun. So that upgrade is going to be 188,000, but I noticed this one jumps up to 89 million. And I really like that kind of escalation. That's what I'm here for. And we've already saved up 180,000. This one escalates very quickly. So we're going to buy soft clicks. We're going to buy a lot of soft clicks. That way when we click on them, $1,700. Oh, and my quest over here is completed naturally because I've been doing a lot of clicking. But since we have $500,000, let's spend it on better diet to level 30. And now we get about 10,000 for every click. Click on slime. We got to do that 90 times. Well, why don't we just go like this then? Oh, the auto clicker is not as quick as it could be. Still pretty quick though. And there's our first $1 million. It's just that easy, especially at 2 times click. So healthy sleep would be an extra 188,000 per second. So now he's getting 272,000 every second. Probably actually a lot more than that because we have a 2 times multiplier and I've clicked on it a few times. It's hard to keep track. Just try and keep up with the big numbers. I can't do it myself. Healthy sleep level 9 and 10. Well, we've already made the $300 million, so I thought this was going to take a long time to reach. But we're pretty much already there. This is going to be a big number game and I am here for it. I do need to collect one more present though, so I'm just going to put the auto clicker on. That way the bar is full, that way the present's full. We've made $7 billion already. It's been 5 minutes. I guess since we have made this much, we might as well buy a whole bunch of levels of that. Ooh, a blue thing to put in your mouth. Don't be shy. In it goes, and he's happy, and down comes the present, and that means the bonus quest is complete. Which means we've got ourselves a new slime. This one's an angry devil slime. And we're going to turn that into a cannibal by putting that child in its mouth. We need to buy 10 upgrades. If only I knew how to do that. Why don't we buy these for basically no money at all, and we're complete. There's a lot of upgrades we've got to work through, so we need to get to work. So we're going to buy Cozy Decor up to level 10. So now in the background, he's making, I can't see his number anymore. It's there somewhere, $3.4 billion a second. And that really quickly brought us up to high fashion. So that's going to make us an extra $58 billion a second. So we're making $61 billion every second now. So really need to find a way to make the frame rate drop because so far it's a pretty simple game. I keep forgetting to buy more upgrades. So far we're making $61 billion a second. We'll just buy all of those. And now we're making $380 billion a second. So in less than 3 seconds, we get $1 trillion. And that's a lot of fun because we can click on more high fashion and that number's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and it's not going to stop. And we do have a rebirth that's starting to tempt us. We get a 1.4 times bonus, but I did notice it jumped up along the way. It just jumped up to 1.5. So we can go a little ways to make sure that's worth our while. Comfy place is going to be 472 trillion. I don't want to give this idiot a comfy place, but we will give it more high fashion for now and we'll just get rich by exploiting the life out of it. I got some kind of epic achievement that was blocked by another achievement, but I turned to look away for 1 second with my auto clicker on and I have $1.4 quadrillion. So we'll probably get this thing some comfy space. We're currently making $2.5 trillion a second. Now we're making $83 trillion a second. Oh, this one looks fun. He's like a fireball, but less dangerous and cool. Upgrades are getting more and more expensive. The next one's going to be 743 quadrillion, so we're going to settle for a few more comfy places. $60 trillion a click though really isn't bad, and I don't know what the money per second is, but I'm pretty sure my clicking is tied to the numbers per second. But I've been wrong. It actually happens quite a lot. But a few seconds later, we're up to $681 trillion a second, so 2/3 of a quadrillion. And that's without any clicking at all. These numbers are going to get wildly big. Oh, and it needs me to buy another 9 upgrades, so I'm just going to go back to the very basic because they cost $36 million each, but that's basically free at this point. And one of these days, I'll remember to pay attention to what that thing gives me when I complete its quest. Collect fruits. That's an interesting proposition. For now, I'll buy 2 more comfy spaces, and now we're up to $2 quadrillion a second. When you get this multiplier going too, things really add up quickly. 600 QAs, which is still quadrillions, but we're going to work up the new friends very soon. So we'll go from $2 quadrillion a second to 50 quadrillion. So we just got 25 times the earnings. We now have $10.5 quintillion, so we'll definitely buy some upgrades with that. And now we'll be earning 157 quadrillion per second. So we're like 500 times more than we were making 2 minutes ago. And in 2 minutes, we'll be making 500 times more again. The next upgrade adds $56 quintillion a second, so that's a lot more than what I make now. That's, I think, 30 times more, approximately, but we'll do it because we need $1.4 sextillion. Okay, we're going to buy a few more new friends, only a few of them because upgrades still are expensive, but that put us up to $500 quadrillion a second, so every 2 seconds, 1 quintillion. Or with the multiplier, it happens twice as quickly.
I just want to keep force feeding this thing until it explodes.
Now we're starting to feel things slow down just a little, despite the fact we have $200 quintillion. Luckily, we can buy some new friends, and that's going to put our earnings way up again. 1.6 quintillion every single second. So 1,000 quintillions makes 1 sextillion. I don't know if upgrading my clicking thing at this point makes any difference. We're currently getting 407 quadrillion. So where's my clicking thing? If we click on that, 407. So it's definitely dependent on these guys. If I make new friends, then it goes up to 731. That rebirth is starting to tempt more and more because we're up to 4.2 times multiplier, so we'd be making 4 times the earnings, which is completely ridiculous. But it could be more ridiculous if we push it just a little further. No, it wants 10 upgrades, does it? Well, we'll just go ahead and buy 10 of those because that won't even make that number move even a little. And as a reward, we got $100 quintillion. I was saving up the money we needed, and we actually went way past it by about 50%. So what a happy accident, but now we're up to $59 quintillion per second. Those upgrades are getting more and more expensive though when Rebirth just popped up again. I like how it has a little sound to let you know that it's ready. Okay, we're up to the point where we're making almost $1 sextillion a second already, so that's kind of ridiculous, and it's only going to get worse from here. Quality food, I didn't realize I was caring for this slime. I guess that makes sense with a comfy place and new friends, but normally I do the opposite. Okay, we're going to buy quality food again. These are getting expensive, and since we have a 5.4 times multiplier, I think we might take advantage of that now. Then we can really light speed it. So back to where it all began. A 5.4 times multiplier though, so we're going to get there in like 30 seconds and cruise right on past. So every click is worth 5.4. Even that is such a stupid advantage by itself, but better diet. There we go, we just click on this until we have lots of money, start clicking here until the next one lights up, click on that, go back to clicking, click on that again and again and again. And we don't stop until one of us gives up, and I've had a lot of coffee. And there's no such thing, there's already a billion. I've been doing this for like 10 seconds, we're already at now 4 billion, 5 billion, we haven't even clicked on this yet. So there we go, we're up to 50 billion, there's 100 billion. And we have a sort of wonky looking slime, so we'll go ahead and use this one because it just really suits the vibe. We can even put him on this nice glowy thing in the background, and then he's happy as a clam. We made our first septillion dollars too, 1.5 septillion, but that's not going up quick enough, so we need more quality food. This is a great game to get distracted from because every time you look away and then turn back, you're way richer than you were before. The next upgrade is 7.5 octillion though, so we're definitely going to need some more clean essence to get there, but not nearly as much as you might think. At least for those of you out there that knows what an octillion is, which might be a lot of you. I don't know. I'm not very smart, so I don't know these things. We're making like 500 septillion dollars every second, really. And that gets us to some magic, which is the 7.5 octillion dollar upgrade. We'll grab the present, but we need to see our stationary earnings. 26.3 septillion turns into 650. So roughly 20 times earnings if I remember those numbers correctly. And already we can buy like 5 more of those. Only 3, they get really expensive each time you buy one. We need another 7 upgrades though, so we'll buy some soft clicks for whatever that's supposed to mean. And our first nonillion dollars, 1.4 nonillion. We need 21 of those to get our next upgrade, so we'll buy some magic a few more times to help us get there. But already the numbers are going up, we're making almost a nonillion dollars a second, so it's really only going to take about 20 seconds. And there's enough for an amazing diet, which I also have in common with this slime. I literally had 3 packs of instant noodles and 2 coffees for dinner, so I'm doing something right. Amazing diet 2 more times, so that number's going up, and the nonillions are going by. So we'll say goodbye to those right away, because we're going to move on to decillion. Or just DCs for short, and that's much easier to say, so we're just going to say DCs forever. We do need 64 of these to get the next upgrade though, so more amazing diets, and the numbers are going to get easier and easier. I'm going to go ahead and use the auto clicker to brute force our way up to the next upgrade, and I didn't realize before you can actually see the rebirth bar moving along, so you know we're close to your next rebirth upgrade. Okay, we made 69 DCs, so we're going to buy soft clicks for 64 DCs, and that's going to give us a big increase because we're currently at 25 million per second. That's going to put us up to 2 DCs. So we're well on the way to whatever is after decillion, because I don't actually remember. Basically, when you start getting into numbers this big, you just start adding random vowels and words before decillion, and you're probably right. No one knows anyway, everyone guesses. Pretty sure that's undecillion, but again, I have no idea. The games could be lying to me and I'd never know. But we really quickly saved up enough for at least a few more soft clicks, so that puts earnings way up. Every click is 14 decillion, and even in the background we have 10 decillion. But the next upgrade is 216 of these, and that's going to take a second, so I think we might rebirth again for 3 times what we're getting now. So our first click is worth $17, so it won't take long at all to get right back to where we were. Honestly, I'm just going to let my auto clicker do the work. I'm going to click over here, and we'll click over here a little bit, and we'll click over here, we'll try and scroll down through there, back to here, and it's only going to take a second. Like, it's actually been probably 20 seconds, and I'm already buying some magic. Which is only a few spots away from the amazing diet. Like, we're already on the amazing diet and blowing through that quickly. Who knew that having a 17 times multiplier would be good? So we're back up to the UDCs again. This is where we left off last time. That seriously took probably 90 seconds. So the rebirths are well worth it. I didn't even realize we got into TDCs. Like I said, at this point they just add random sounds or numbers, whatever, before decillion, and they call it a new number. Gold decor it is. Our multiplier at the bottom has gone up to 30 times if we rebirth now, so it's already almost double what it is currently. And we could buy Mad Fashion. We bought 2 levels of that already, so that number's only going to get bigger from here, and it's going to get bigger in a hurry. Next, we got to buy Elite Place for 48.6 QT decillions. I don't remember what that is, but it's a really big number. Oh, quintillion decillion, I think is what it's trying to tell me, because that would be sextillion decillion, something like that. I don't understand. It doesn't matter. Real big numbers. I just unlocked this, which it said was a legendary slime. That's all good and all. I'm happy I unlocked a legendary slime, but I like this derpy moron better. And we've just hit enough money to buy best friends, so we're going to buy him some friends for 61.7 SXDCs. Progress is slowing down again though. Like, we do have enough to buy best friends again, but even now that's going to go from 860 to 3.3, so it's got 5 times more expensive. 4 times more expensive, but you get the idea. They grow exponentially in cost. And now that we're into the SPDCs, things are going real slow. So what we're going to do is try and buy as many of these as we can, which is only 2 levels. That did help a little bit. And we made it up to Epic Food for 301 SPDCs. And that's going to be a big increase to our earnings again. I won't even bother to read the numbers anymore because they don't mean anything to anyone. But we hit a new number, ODCs. Whatever those are, we're going to buy a lot of them. But since things are slowing down and we have about a 3 times earnings here yet again, why would we not start again? 52 times earnings. So every click from the beginning is worth $50. So we're just going to do the auto clicker trick again and go back and forth, because every time we do this, it's going to get wild. But we're already buying Elite Place. We're up to level 5 on Elite Place, and that's going quickly as well. That means we're on to Best Friends for 2 levels. I accidentally bought whatever was above that, but there we go. Best Friends times 4. So this last run, we struggled to get 301. Now there's 300, there's 600, there's 900, and we haven't even bought one of these yet. So we can buy 2 more levels of that, and we can buy another level of that, and we could probably buy another level of that. And we've unlocked NDCs, so we'll start buying those in a hurry. There's 2 levels of that. There's going to be 3 levels of that. We're actually touching the bottom of this. I didn't realize we'd move so far down so quickly. But I guess when you got a 50 times multiplier, well, that's just what's going to happen. I was going to say we can't afford the last upgrade yet, but we actually can. Rare magic all the way to the bottom. So to celebrate, we put him back in the green leaf where he looks his best. Auto clickers just really make my life so much easier. We'll eat the egg, we'll buy another rare magic. It's almost up to level 10 already. Oh, we gotta click on the slime 80 times. We're at 70, there's 80, we're done. Okay, and to buy the rare magic now, we need 3.5 DVGs, whatever that is, but we're making about 1 per second. Okay, and our multipliers turned up to 80 times, so it's about a 50% increase over what we currently have, so we're gonna do that. Then we're going to use this kind of rapid speed to take us way down the list quicker than ever before. I'm even skipping over some of these now. Okay, we're right back down to the bottom of the entire list again. That didn't take more than a minute or 2. But now that we're here again, we have 50% more earnings than we did last time, which is absolutely ridiculous. But the price of these things is also absolutely ridiculous. But we're back to the UVGs and the DVGs. So I think this is a really good point to just kind of buy a bunch of things and then let the game run for the next 12 hours and come back and see what's set itself on fire by then. I mean, it'll probably be okay, but in a perfect world it wouldn't be, because that would be more exciting. Many hours later, we have 117 TVGs. And my sign bonus for Rebirth is only 88 times, so it didn't go up that much. But let's spend our hard-earned money on upgrades to see what our number goes up to. We're currently making 5.8 UVGs, and we can only buy a few of those, but we're making 4.9 DVGs. But I'm mostly just happy we got to sit here all night hitting him again and again and again.